Welcome back, everybody. It's Luke part 2, lesson number 5. This second video, we'll be looking at verses 24 through 38. So if you haven't read them lately, go back and read those verses quickly. We're in the midst of the Passover unleavened bread time. Remember that the scribes and Pharisees were seeking to kill the disciples. Well, now Jesus is having a meal with the disciples. Quite often people refer to this as Jesus' last Passover meal. Not correct. It was the last meal that he had with his disciples, and he'd already told them that somebody was going to betray him. And when you look at the bulk of all the Gospels, what happened, that they're beginning to realize what's occurring here. Well, what's the response of the disciples? Did you catch this? They start getting in an argument over who is the greatest among them. They're wondering, well, somebody's betrayed us over here, so that makes the rest of us look great. Who's the greatest among us? And there really is this contrast, this juxtaposition set up between the one who betrays and now the one who is the greatest. Jesus looks at him and he tells him a profound truth. He said that y'all will sit on the thrones in judgment of Israel. There would be 12 that would sit on the thrones that would judge Israel. You see this in Revelation. You see it in a couple of other places. We'll learn later on in the book of Acts who replaces Judas. But he tells him, this is what's important. Don't worry about who the greatest is right now. Then Jesus looks at Peter and tells him that he would deny him 3 times that evening. You know how Peter said, well, Lord, I will never, ever deny you. And he said, you'll do it 3 times before this evening. But then Jesus looks at Peter and says, but tell you what, when you're restored, strengthen these brothers here, the brethren. Know this, that I have prayed for you. And you see what happened here. Both Judas and Peter deny the Lord in a certain kind of way. Judas does it out of complete faith and unbelief. He never believed, even though he was a part of it for years and years. Peter believes, winds up denying the Lord, but the Lord says that even when you do that, I have prayed for you. And when you are restored, which means that you will be restored. Peter knew this before it occurred. They come and strengthen the brethren. Jesus quotes out of Isaiah about the things that are occurring right there related to Judas, what was happening. And then he warns the disciples. He says, you need to be ready because persecution will be coming. Before he had sent them out without anything. Now he's sending them out with bags of money. He actually says something about swords. And they have, some, and they say, is this enough? And he says, yeah, that'll be enough. Because they still think they're going to go out and take this kingdom by the force and might of the Lord. Are they not in for a surprise? They head out. We'll pick that up again next time. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.